There's really no mystery to asset management. I mean, asset management is just making good use of your next dollar. We've all been part of teams that we felt like really like kind of clicked, like understood what the problem was, understood what everybody could contribute to solving that problem, worked well together, and kind of helped one another out making things happen. And ultimately, that's what asset management is trying to do within the federal government. Now, it's looking specifically through the lens of assets. So it's not solving all the problems that the federal government might have. But when it looks at when you have stuff, assets, and those assets are there to serve a purpose, as an investor, you want to return an investment. What we can recognize now in a lot of the policies, and the National Academy studies will kind of reflect this, there'll be a critical analysis in the strategies report, is, current policy doesn't really support that. Even though the words are there, the activities are there, but things like the federal budgeting process that looks at a short-term focus, which is okay and supports the probably imminent threats, providing also future flexibility, is a good process. But when it comes to long-lived assets, it's sometimes hard to understand the consequences of decisions being made. Meaning, if we're not doing enough sustainment or maintenance on these long-lived assets, it ultimately would be more expensive in the long run. So there's balance points that need to be figured out, and there's a lot of smart people that are doing that. I mean, I really do compliment the work that GAO is doing in terms of recognizing opportunities to do that. And I think that's also reflected in OMB's leadership in trying to get the right policy into place. So there's a lot of good work going on here. But ultimately, in terms of your point on sustainment and culture, it really is going to help build around, are we working in an organization that clicks? Does it understand the consequences and implications of the decisions that we're making today and the relationship to the goals that we want in the future? I mean, there's a lot of debate about, climate change. I don't think anybody disagrees that the climate is changing. And I don't think there's a lot of disagreement the fact that humans do cause and can impact negatively things of that nature. So the sustainability, kind of mantra, I think it is really good. It's asset management would focus on, are we understanding these implications in the decisions that we're making today? And as an organization, do we understand what we're doing today and its implications downrange, which is, I would submit, critical, especially when you're an organization that has a lot of long-lived assets, real property, transportation assets, a lot of your capital assets are very long-lived, and it's going to be better for all of us and across the generations the more we understand these relationships and can make better risk-based decisions on how we're doing things today.